New commitment, Tim. Thomas Davis Jr., his father, Thomas Davis Sr., played 14 years, I believe, for the Carolina Panthers. And Thomas Davis Jr. at Weddington High School in Matthews, North Carolina. Notre Dame finally got a commitment from Weddington. If you guys remember, this is where Will Shipley went to high school. Thomas Davis Jr. announcing to Notre Dame Monday night, was just on campus for the Florida State game over the weekend, and I got to talk to him about the commitment, but he told me that he's been wanting to commit to Notre Dame for a while, but this kind of sealed the deal. He met with Marcus Freeman, had a one-on-one chat with him. That put Notre Dame over the edge. He went home, talked things over, and then decided to tell the staff Monday night, talk to Golden, Bulla, Freeman, Bowden, Carter Almond. Those guys were all really fired up. So Notre Dame has not really been pushing too much, Tim, for class of 2026 commitments. They're wanting to just kind of take things slower. If you look at guys they took in this class the 2025 class last fall, Deuce Knight, right? CJ May. Some of your early commitments are guys who, I feel like they rushed decision and then later decommit. So Notre Dame was really selective in who they wanted to take an early commitment from. And Thomas Davis Jr. for this 2026 class is one of them. Someone that told me he's going to stick with the Irish. He is all Notre Dame. So that's Thomas Davis Jr., 4-star prospect. On 3 has him ranked as a 3-star. I'm not worried about that right now. I'm sure that will change. You see the other websites ranking them inside the top 130 nationally. So, Tim, I know I kind of sprung this one on you late, Tim, so you didn't really get a chance to.
Until about 5 minutes before the show. I haven't been on Twitter or a message board or anything. So
thoughts on this?
He's a good, solid, square-looking middle linebacker. That was the first thing I remember when they offered him. I want to say he was a pot of gold guy, correct? Mm-hmm. I believe so. So pot of gold. I try and watch a lot of those guys' films, see who's who, and I know you and Kyle Kelly have talked about him for a long, long time. So, and he's visited I feel like 10 times. Seems like he's always up there. Is it 3? It feels like a dozen. I always feel like you guys are writing about him all the time, unless you're just chatting with him. But he's going to be your prototypical middle linebacker. And that's, once again, that's what Notre Dame is, right? They're a Mike Will and 5 DBs type of set. So he's definitely an in-the-box, physical, downhill, C-to-C guy, as I like to call the Mikes and Wills, filling those inside lanes. So he's a good football player. He runs really well. He's got some good striking ability I saw on his, sophomore film and whatnot. So curious to see I think he's going to be a Mike. So that's just going to be an inside, type of guy, like a, Drake Bowen type of a body is what I see. There's a big hit right there. There's another one. He knocks the living hell out of someone. I was spot shouting, just trying to watch a few clips I found on, from his junior film right here. But look at that base right there. He does. He's got good, solid base, good looking legs. And he's only a junior, man. It's crazy to think about, like, the linebacker recruiting that these guys have been doing has just been outstanding. So when you see him, you're like, when the hell are you going to play? So it's like 2027, right? So you would expect get him out there as a sophomore, so to speak. I don't, with the guys they've been having in. So curious to see how he develops, how he goes from there. But you could easily see this guy being a 6'2.5", 6'3", whatever he measured is. Solid 235-pound Mike Backer, I think, down the road for the Irish.
Really playing some safety on that last clip. That senior game film, he looks like he's added a significant amount of weight.
Yes.
So we're watching junior tape here from sophomore. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Sophomore film to junior looks like he's added a good amount. And great kid, key target for the Irish. Notre Dame is really excited. So he visited for a spring practice, and I believe it was the Grill and Chill at the end of July, and then for the Florida State weekend. So really good job by the staff. Again, key target. Tim, I went hot on predictions last August, remember in 2023. And then in 2024, tried to do the same thing, looking ahead to the next class. Mm-hmm. I think I did 6 or 7 predictions. I'm actually going to pull that up real quick. Davis Jr. was one of them, and one of them that I felt like I felt pretty confident about. The others that I did that month, Braden Jones, who committed to USC, but I'm still going to hold that one on Notre Dame because I feel like the Irish got a shot there. Tyler Merrill, an offensive lineman from PA. Samote Kadewanga, a defensive end from California. Trent Mosley, double Notre Dame legacy, feel good there. And then Mikhail Blade, love that pick. Chicago Simeon D lineman, and then Connor Salmon, the receiver from Virginia, who was just on campus this past weekend.
Real quick on that list, people. Trent Mosley he's big legit. Time. He is. Just, I mean, he was the Trinity League Player of the Year last year. Him and KVA. He is killing it this year for Santa Margarita.
So those were all predictions that I logged August 20th for Notre Dame in the 2026 class. So, Notre Dame getting off to a pretty good start in that cycle with quarterback Noah Grubbs, receiver Dylan Faison, and now Thomas Davis Jr. So, 3 commits at this point of the cycle is less than the Irish usually will have. But again, I think that's kind of by design. Notre Dame, just a different. Just a different mindset, I guess, the way to look at it. Just trying to avoid decommitments early on. So, but Tim, any other thoughts on Thomas Davis or 2026?
No. I've just been watching him, and so the more like I said, I haven't watched him in a while. So watching this latest film and all that stuff, he's way longer than I thought when I first. Now that I'm sitting here watching him, he's got some long arms. So. He's definitely going to keep growing and be a big physical presence in there. So, as we say, right, every linebacker is a Viper, right? Every Viper is a 3-tech, every whatever, wide receivers this, that. But no, he really does look long on some of these tackles where he's swarming and getting after people. So, good looking kid. I mean, he's, good base on him. He's already got some size to him, so that's going to be great to see him come in and fill out.